What if I told you that the very products you trust to keep your teeth clean and breath fresh might actually be putting your health at risk? Right now, as you're watching this, millions of people are brushing with ingredients that have been banned from other personal care items, but somehow remain in our toothpaste and mouthwash. By the end of this video, you'll be questioning everything in your bathroom cabinet. This is the Oral Care Expose, where we uncover the hidden dangers lurking in your daily dental routine. Subscribe for eye-opening investigations into the products you use every day, and share this with anyone who mindlessly squeezes toothpaste onto their brush without a second thought. You might be wondering how something as seemingly innocuous as toothpaste could be harmful. After all, we've been taught since childhood that brushing twice a day is essential for good oral health. But what if the very tools we reusing to protect our teeth are secretly undermining our overall well-being? Let us start with a shocking revelation. Many of the chemicals found in popular toothpaste brands were actually banned from hand soaps and body washes years ago due to safety concerns. Yet somehow, these same ingredients continue to be used in products we put directly into our mouths. It's a disturbing double standard that has flown under the radar for far too long. Think about it. You carefully read labels on food packages, scrutinize skincare products, and maybe even opt for natural cleaning solutions. But when was the last time you really looked at the ingredient list on your toothpaste tube? Chances are, you've been blindly trusting the brands you've used for years, never suspecting that they might be doing more harm than good. The truth is, millions of people around the world are unknowingly exposing themselves to potentially harmful substances every single day. From artificial sweeteners and harsh abrasives to controversial preservatives and fluoride concerns, the list of questionable ingredients in oral care products is alarmingly long. But why haven't we heard more about these risks? The answer lies in clever marketing tactics and corporate interests. Big oral care companies have spent decades building trust and establishing themselves as authorities on dental health. They've created catchy jingles, sponsored dental associations, and bombarded us with images of pearly white smiles. All the while, they've been quietly formulating their products with ingredients that prioritize shelf life and profit margins over long-term health effects. It's time to pull back the curtain on this multi-billion-dollar industry and expose the truth about what we really putting in our mouths. In this video series, we'll dive deep into the world of oral care, examining everything from common toothpaste additives to the latest breakthrough mouthwash formulas. We'll explore questions like, why are some countries banning ingredients that are still widely used in the United States? What are the potential long-term consequences of using these products day after day, year after year? And most importantly, what safer alternatives are available for those who want to protect their oral health without compromising their overall well-being? But this isn't just about scaring you or making you paranoid about every product on your bathroom shelf. Our goal is to empower you with knowledge so you can make informed decisions for yourself and your family. We believe that by understanding the potential risks and benefits of different ingredients, you'll be better equipped to choose products that align with your health goals and values. Throughout this series, we'll be consulting with independent researchers, holistic dentists, and industry whistleblowers to bring you the most up-to-date and unbiased information possible. We'll cut through the marketing hype and get to the heart of what really matters: your health and the health of those you love. So, are you ready to take a closer look at your oral care routine? Are you prepared to challenge the assumptions you've held about dental hygiene for years? If so, you're in the right place. Together, we'll uncover the shocking truth about the products you use every day and explore safer, more natural alternatives that can keep your smile bright without compromising your health. Remember, knowledge is power. By the end of this series, you'll have the tools you need to make informed choices about your oral care routine. You'll be able to confidently read labels, understand ingredient lists, and select products that truly support your overall health and well-being. Don't let another day go by blindly trusting the products on your bathroom counter. Subscribe now to join us on this eye-opening journey into the world of oral care. And don't forget to share this video with anyone who cares about their health, because everyone deserves to know the truth about what they're putting in their mouth. Stay tuned for our next episode, where we'll dive deep into the most common and most controversial ingredients found in popular toothpaste brands. Your journey to a healthier, more informed oral care routine starts now. The fluoride files reveal a disturbing truth that's been hidden from the public for decades. While dentists and government agencies have relentlessly promoted fluoride as a miracle cure for dental health, even going so far as to add it to entire city water supplies across the nation, internal studies paint a very different picture. It's a story of deception that goes far beyond simple oversight. For years, we've been told that fluoride is essential for strong teeth and healthy smiles. It's been added to toothpaste, mouthwash, and even our drinking water. But what if I told you that the very substance we've been encouraged to consume daily might be causing more harm than good? Peer-reviewed research published in respected scientific journals has uncovered alarming links between fluoride overexposure and a range of health issues. Dental fluorosis, a condition that causes discoloration and weakening of tooth enamel, is just the tip of the iceberg. More concerning are the studies showing connections to thyroid dysfunction, a critical gland that regulates metabolism and affects nearly every organ in the body. But perhaps the most shocking revelation is the potential impact on our children's cognitive development. Multiple studies have found correlations between high fluoride exposure and reduced IQ scores in young children. This isn't some fringe theory. It's backed by solid scientific evidence that's been conveniently ignored by those pushing fluoride on the public. You might be wondering why. If these risks are real, we haven't heard more about them. The answer lies in the deliberate omission of crucial information by fluoride manufacturers. Take a look at any fluoride product in your bathroom cabinet. Notice anything missing? There's no mention of cumulative exposure risks or warnings about potential long-term effects. This silence isn't accidental. It's a calculated move to keep consumers in the dark about the true nature of the product they're reusing. After all, if people knew the full story, they might start asking uncomfortable questions about why this substance is being added to their water without their consent. The fluoride industry has a vested interest in maintaining the status quo. They've spent decades building a narrative of fluoride as a public health necessity, and they're not about to let pesky facts get in the way of their profits. But the truth has a way of coming out, no matter how hard some try to suppress it. Consider the implications of this cover-up. Millions of people are being exposed to potentially harmful levels of fluoride every day, without their knowledge or consent. It's in the water they drink, the food they eat, and the products they use to clean their teeth. The cumulative effect of this exposure over a lifetime is something we're only beginning to understand. And yet, despite mounting evidence of risks, the push for fluoridation continues unabated. Cities across the country are still adding fluoride to their water supplies, often without proper public consultation or debate. It's a practice that's been normalized to the point where questioning it is seen as fringe or anti-science. But real science isn't about blindly accepting what we're told. It's about constantly questioning, investigating, and being willing to change our views when new evidence emerges. The fluoride files show us that it's time to take a hard look at this practice and ask ourselves if the potential risks outweigh the supposed benefits. It's not just about dental health anymore. We're talking about potential impacts on brain development, thyroid function, and overall well-being. These are serious concerns that deserve serious attention, not dismissal or ridicule. So what can you do with this information? Start by educating yourself. Look beyond the glossy promotional materials and dig into the peer-reviewed research. Ask questions about your local water supply and the products you use daily. And most importantly, don't be afraid to speak up and demand transparency from both manufacturers and government agencies. The fluoride files have opened a Pandora's box of questions about public health policy and corporate responsibility. It's a stark reminder that we see and always trust those who claim to have our best interests at heart. Sometimes, the truth is far more complex and far more troubling than we've been led to believe. As we continue to uncover the full extent of fluoride's impact on human health, one thing is clear. This is a conversation that's long overdue. It's time to shine a light on the fluoride files and demand answers to the questions that have been ignored for far too long. Our health, and the health of future generations, may depend on it. Here's where things get concerning. A former quality control manager reached out to me about triclosan, a chemical that's been hiding in plain sight for years. This antibacterial ingredient was a staple in many household products, including toothpaste, until its dark secrets started coming to light. The FDA's decision to ban triclosan from hand soaps wasn't made lightly. Research had piled up, revealing a laundry list of potential health risks. We're talking about a chemical that could mess with your hormones, potentially throwing your entire system out of whack. But that's not all. Triclosan was also found to be fueling the rise of antibiotic-resistant superbugs, a looming threat to global health. And let's not forget about the environmental impact. When triclosan washed down our drains, it didn't just disappear. It made its way into our waterways, wreaking havoc on aquatic ecosystems. Fish, algae, and other marine life were paying the price for our obsession with antibacterial everything. You'd think that after the FDA dropped the hammer on triclosan in hand soaps, it would have vanished from all our personal care products, right? Wrong. Here's where the story takes an even darker turn. While triclosan was shown the door in hand soaps, it was still lurking in an unexpected place. Our toothpaste. That's right. Even after the FDA ban on triclosan in hand soaps, many toothpaste brands continued to include this controversial chemical in their formulations. It's almost like they were hoping we wouldn't notice. We were unknowingly brushing our teeth with a potential hormone disruptor twice a day, every day. It took public pressure, not corporate responsibility, to finally force change. Consumers started asking questions, demanding answers, and voting with their wallets. Only then did these companies begrudgingly remove triclosan from their toothpaste formulations. This whole saga begs the question: how many other potentially harmful ingredients are hiding in our everyday products? And more importantly, why aren't the companies producing these products more transparent about the risks? The triclosan cover-up is a textbook example of corporate negligence. These companies had access to the same research as the FDA. They knew about the potential risks associated with triclosan. Yet, they chose to keep it in their products, prioritizing profits over consumer safety. It's a stark reminder that we see and always trust corporations to have our best interests at heart. They might talk a big game about customer care and product safety, but actions speak louder than words. And in this case, their actions, or rather, their inaction, spoke volumes. This isn't just about triclosan. It's about a broader pattern of corporate behavior that puts profit margins ahead of public health. It's about the lack of transparency in product formulations and the reluctance to admit when an ingredient might be problematic. We, as consumers, deserve better. We deserve to know what's in the products we use every day. We deserve to be informed about potential risks, not left in the dark until public outcry forces disclosure. The triclosan saga should serve as a wake-up call. It's a reminder to stay vigilant, to ask questions, and to demand transparency from the companies whose products we invite into our homes and our bodies. But it shouldn't be solely on us, the consumers, to police these companies. We need stronger regulations and more rigorous testing of ingredients before they end up in our personal care products. We need a system that prioritizes safety over profit, transparency over obfuscation. Until then, we must remain skeptical and informed. We must continue to push for better practices and more honest communication from corporations. Because at the end of the day, our health, and the health of our environment, is too important to leave in the hands of profit-driven entities. The triclosan cover-up is just one chapter in a longer story of corporate negligence and consumer advocacy. It's a stark reminder that sometimes, the things we trust to keep us clean and healthy might be doing more harm than good. And it's a call to action for all of us to stay informed, stay vocal, and demand better from the companies that shape our daily lives. This is where the truth about mouthwash gets uncomfortable. That intense burning sensation you feel? It's not a sign of deep cleaning. It's alcohol concentrations as high as 26%, literally scorching your mouth and decimating the beneficial bacteria crucial for your oral health. Scientific studies have confirmed that prolonged use of alcohol-based mouthwashes not only increases mouth irritation, but also correlates with higher rates of oral cancer. Yet, these companies cleverly market that painful burn as a sign of freshness and effectiveness. Doesn't it strike you as odd that oral care giants pour millions into promoting minty freshness while conveniently glossing over the potential risks? Let's delve deeper into the deception. The alcohol in these mouthwashes isn't just an innocent ingredient. It is a potent destroyer of your mouth's delicate ecosystem. When you swish that seemingly innocuous liquid, you're essentially bathing your oral cavity in a solution that's nearly as potent as some liquors. This high concentration doesn't just kill harmful bacteria, it indiscriminately wipes out the good bacteria that your mouth relies on for maintaining a healthy balance. The consequences of this bacterial genocide are far-reaching. Your mouth, stripped of its natural defenses, becomes more susceptible to irritation and inflammation. The protective layer of saliva that normally coats your oral tissues is disrupted, leaving your mouth dry and vulnerable. It's a vicious cycle. The more you use these harsh mouthwashes, the more your mouth suffers. And the more you might feel compelled to use them to combat the very problems they're causing. But the story gets even more alarming when we look at the long-term effects. Research has drawn a disturbing connection between regular use of alcohol-based mouthwashes and an increased risk of oral cancer. This isn't just a minor correlation. It's a significant finding that should give anyone pause before reaching for that bottle of mouthwash. The very product you're reusing to supposedly improve your oral health could be setting the stage for a serious health crisis. Now, you might wonder why these products are still on the shelves if they're so dangerous. The answer lies in the murky world of corporate marketing and selective disclosure. These companies have mastered the art of spinning negative effects into positive selling points. That burning sensation that makes your eyes water? They'll tell you it's a sign that the product is working, that it's killing germs and leaving your mouth ultra clean. It's a masterclass in misdirection, convincing consumers that discomfort equals effectiveness. But the deception goes even deeper. Internal documents from major oral care manufacturers, which came to light during legal proceedings in the early 2000s, reveal a disturbing truth. Executives at these companies actively debated how much information to disclose to the public about their products' potential risks. Their conclusion? That consumers wouldn't understand the technical details. This patronizing attitude masked a more sinister motive, protecting profits at the expense of public health. These internal memos paint a picture of corporate cynicism that's hard to stomach. Instead of embracing transparency and allowing consumers to make informed choices, these companies chose to keep crucial information under wraps. They decided that your right to know about potential health risks was less important than their bottom line. It's a stark reminder that when it comes to corporate interests versus public health, profits often take precedence. The implications of this deception are far-reaching. Every time you use one of these mouthwashes, you not just risking your oral health, you unwittingly participating in a system that values corporate profits over consumer well-being. It's a sobering thought that the very products we trust to keep us healthy might be doing more harm than good. So, the next time you reach for that bottle of mouthwash, remember this. That burning sensation isn't cleaning your mouth. It's a warning sign. It's telling you that you're potentially damaging your oral health, increasing your risk of cancer, and playing right into the hands of companies that have chosen to prioritize their profits over your well-being. Isn't it time we started questioning the products we put in our mouths and demanding real transparency from the companies that make them? Your health is too important to be left in the hands of those who see it as nothing more than a marketing opportunity. Look, I get it. This is a lot to take in. You're probably thinking, so what now? Do I just give up on oral care altogether? Absolutely not. Let me walk you through what I do now, based on the evidence we have. First things first, let's talk about fluoride. It's not inherently bad, but too much of anything can be problematic. Check your fluoride intake. If your water supply is already fluoridated, you might want to consider fluoride-free toothpaste options. This isn't about eliminating fluoride. It's about avoiding overexposure. Now, when it comes to antibacterial agents, we've been sold on harsh chemicals like triclosan for years. But here's the thing. Nature's got some pretty powerful alternatives. Instead of those synthetic antibacterials, look for formulations with natural options like tea tree oil or xylitol. These can be just as effective without the potential risks. Let's talk mouthwash for a second. Those alcohol-heavy rinses might give you that intense burn, but they're doing more harm than good. They're basically nuking your oral microbiome. And trust me, you want those good bacteria on your side. Switch to alcohol-free alternatives with ingredients like aloe vera, essential oils, or even hydrogen peroxide. These maintain freshness without decimating the delicate balance in your mouth. Here's a simple rule I've adopted. If you see ain't pronounce an ingredient, and the company ain't clearly explain its purpose, maybe it doesn't belong in your mouth twice daily. It's not about being paranoid. It's about being informed. We put these products in our mouths every single day. Don't we deserve to know exactly what's in them and why? I know it can feel overwhelming to start questioning products you've trusted for years. But remember, the truth isn't always convenient. Your health is worth more than corporate profit margins. And let's be real, These companies aren't going to prioritize your well-being over their bottom line. That's on us. Knowledge is power, but only when we share it. Think about it. How many people in your life are using these products without a second thought? Send this information to someone who needs to see what's really lurking in their bathroom cabinet. It could be a game changer for them. Now, I'm not saying you need to become a chemist or spend hours researching every product, but staying informed about the basics? That's crucial. Subscribe to channels or newsletters that dig into these everyday items. Stay ahead of the next hidden danger in products you use without thinking. Because here's the thing, transparency shouldn't be revolutionary. We shouldn't have to fight for clear information about what we putting in and on our bodies. But here we are, having to be detectives in our own bathrooms. Remember, every choice you make sends a message. When you opt for products with clear, understandable ingredients, you're telling companies what you value. You're voting with your wallet. And trust me, they're paying attention. So what's the takeaway here? It's not about perfection. It's about making better, more informed choices. Start small. Maybe switch out one product at a time. Read labels. Ask questions. And most importantly, don't keep this information to yourself. We're in this together. The more we share, the more power we have. The more we demand transparency, the harder it becomes for companies to hide behind fancy marketing and vague claims. This isn't just about oral care. It's about taking control of our health, one product at a time. It's about creating a world where we don't have to wonder if our everyday items are secretly harming us. So, take a look in your bathroom cabinet. What stories are those products telling? Are they aligned with what you now know? If not, it might be time for a change. Not because you're paranoid, but because you're empowered. Remember, every small step counts. Every informed choice matters. You have the power to make a difference, not just for yourself, but for everyone around you. So spread the word, make those switches, and let's create a world where transparency isn't just expected, it's demanded. Because at the end of the day, your health is your most valuable asset, and it's worth fighting for. So let's do this. One toothbrush, one tube of toothpaste, one mouthwash at a time. Together, we can make a difference. Are you ready to take that first step?